Hey, okay. So I was actually in the middle of working on this, and something came up, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can make a tutorial on this like right now, right this second, before I forget." So this is actually going to go really quick, less than 5 minutes. That's a promise. So when I was working on this, I'm doing this interview here. I'm working on this little interview, and at one point I wanted to cut her in mid-sentence and then start her again later down whatever she was saying. And so sometimes when you have to do that, when you have to cut the person off in mid-sentence and then kind of start them later, maybe they babble a little bit. Sometimes you can get that pop sound or that like abrupt silence, and that kind of drives me nuts. So, and that usually happens when these two clips, so these are the clips I'm working with, that usually happens when you have two clips that aren't touching, but there's a small gap in between them. So you'll get that little pop sound or that little cut and there's just like a cut of silence, like a frame of silence, and you can hear it. And so I just wanted to give a quick tip and suggestion on how to fix that. And so what you can do is if you right click on, if you go to the end of the frame, the audio frame that you're working with, and you right click and you click apply default transition, it will give you a fade out. And so the fade out is always going to be, I think, 1 second. And that's usually a little bit too long because you don't want to fade out their sentence. You don't want to fade out with what they're saying. You just want to take away that, you just want to kind of erase that kind of awkward silence, even though it's only like a couple frames long. So change the, oops. So you want to right click on the fade and you want to change it to, I'm going to change mine to 0.5 seconds because that's all I'll really need. And then you're also going to do the same thing on the next clip. Change it to 0.5 seconds. So that'll get rid of that kind of weird frame of silence or that weird little pop that you hear in between your audio clips. So now when I play it,
basically our mission is to use singing as a tool where
so now it sounds like that she's saying one full sentence, even though she actually said like 50 different things in between those two clips. So that's all, I wanted to say. I hope that helps, so just to kind of get rid of that weird, like, whoa, what was that? What was that little sound? That's all you got to do. Pretty simple. So yeah, I hope that helps. And stick around because I'm going to be getting another tutorial out soon on editing to music, which I've been wanting to do for a while. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Peace.